Matthew 12:26. Kai e ha satanas ton satanon ekbale ef auton emeriste pos un stathesetai he basileia autu. Here Jesus continues responding to the accusation that he's casting out demons by the power of Beelzebub. Jesus says, and if Satan is casting out Satan, he is divided, or perhaps he has become divided, against himself. How then, and this is a future right here, how then will his kingdom stand? That's the will stand idea right there. Let's begin with that stathesetai. As soon as you see a sta or a stay, you know the word is going to come from histemi. And then you see the theta there. Remember, the theta is like a big recliner, like a big easy chair. Yes, this ending here is future, passive, indicative, third person singular. But within the context, it seems to convey a middle idea. So we're gonna call it a medial passive. We're translating it more like a middle. How then will his kingdom, that's your subject of the verb, will his kingdom stand? Let's also look at this emeriste, that's from the verb merizo, to divide. You see an augment, right? You see a theta, bam! You know the form is going to be aorist passive. It is indeed aorist passive indicative, third person singular to match the third person singular subject, which is implied the he, the Satan, who was mentioned above. And so it could be rendered, he is divided against himself, or he has become, right? If we render it as with some past referring, he has become divided against himself. This F is throwing some of you off here because up above we had the preposition kata, translated against, and here we have the preposition changed to epi. Remember, epi can look like this. If it's followed by a vowel with a smooth breathing mark, it becomes ep. Followed by a vowel with a rough breathing mark, it becomes f. But remember, prepositions have a huge range of meaning, especially epi. If you look epi up in a lexicon, I think it has more than 20 numbered entries. And epi, the preposition epi followed by the accusative, can have the sense of against. One final thing we'll say, notice how this begins with an a. This is a first-class conditional statement, a first-class conditional if-then sentence, and so obviously this is not really happening. Satan is not really casting out Satan in Jesus' ministry, but it's considered true in this case for the sake of argument. Jesus is saying, all right, for a moment, let's consider this as true for the sake of argument. What if Satan is indeed casting out Satan? Well, then he's divided against himself. How then will his kingdom stand?